Hey Cowboys Nation, let's go for another round of news from America's team. Watch until the end so you don't miss any news and sign up to stay tuned for everything that comes out about the Cowboys.
Micah Parsons picks out two Dallas Cowboys who have potential to become All-Pro. Micah Parsons has been a powerhouse since he was drafted by Jerry Jones in the first round of the 2021 NFL Draft. In his first 3 seasons, the hybrid defender had earned All-Pro honors, 2 first-team and 1 second-team, and Pro Bowl selections. Moreover, Parsons is on track to become one of the greatest defenders of all time and is definitely a first-ballot Hall of Famer. Micah Parsons is hungry for more success and is on course to become the most expensive non-QB. The 24-year-old is a generational talent and has fallen short of the Defensive Player of the Year award in the last 2 seasons to Myles Garrett, 2023, and Nick Bosa, 2022. However, Parsons rightfully earned Defensive Rookie of the Year in 2021 to cap off an excellent debut campaign. After completing his 3rd season on his rookie deal, Parsons is eligible for a new contract, and much of the spotlight has been focused on him. Fellow superstar CeeDee Lamb is scheduled to be paid before, as he is 1 season further along in the NFL. However, when the time comes, reports have been adamant that the versatile linebacker will exceed Justin Jefferson as the highest-paid non-QB in NFL history. Furthermore, the young superstar has hinted that he knows what he will be demanding when he puts pen to paper on his first veteran contract. Micah Parsons has suggested 2 teammates who will make bigger strides in 2024. America's team has numerous talented assets on the roster, and Micah Parsons has suggested 2 names who will become first-team All-Pro in the future. The mindset I have is we have 7 All-Pros, or however the count may be. It might be more, it might be less. We got at least 3 guys I know can be All-Pro. He specifically mentioned LG Tyler Smith and Jake Ferguson as having All-Pro potential. Parsons said to Cowboys reporter John Makota during mandatory minicamp, "I think a lot of guys are going to have breakout years. I think that plays into it too. When you talk about all these guys, it just leads to saying, hey, when are the other guys going to step up and be better for the team?" The Dallas Cowboys premium player is convinced that various players will have breakout seasons in 2024. Jake Ferguson and Tyler Smith have been tipped to blossom in 2024 specifically. Makota reports that Parsons hinted at tight end Jake Ferguson and left guard Tyler Smith making further progress. Tyler Smith earned second-team All-Pro honors in 2023 but will be desperate to go one further and be inducted into the 2024 first team. Jake Ferguson had an explosive sophomore campaign after registering 761 yards and 5 touchdowns. Additionally, he received a deserved selection for the Pro Bowl, but will have postseason and individual All-Pro accolades on his mind. The Cowboys' offseason activity will force the current players to make bigger strides in 2023, with there being little investment into the free agency market. Dallas Cowboys trade CeeDee Lamb to the Green Bay Packers in bonkers trade proposal. The Dallas Cowboys are entering an all-or-nothing season for many in the organization. Head coach Mike McCarthy has failed to lead the team past the divisional round of the NFL playoffs and has just a 1-3 postseason record since being hired by the team. Since Cowboys owner Jerry Jones declined to give him a contract extension this offseason, McCarthy has to lead Dallas on an extended postseason run, or he will be looking for a job elsewhere next season. But while the Cowboys are trying to focus on getting back to the Super Bowl for the first time since the 1995 season, there is still some important business matters to settle. Quarterback Dak Prescott is due for a contract extension and has an argument to become the highest-paid player in the NFL. Wide receiver CeeDee Lamb, too, is up for a contract extension. Justin Jefferson's 4-year, $140 million deal with the Minnesota Vikings has reset the market for wide receivers. Since Dallas has to pay Prescott, there are some who believe that the Cowboys could look to trade Lamb to save money. NFL analysts suggest the Dallas Cowboys trade CeeDee Lamb to the Green Bay Packers. Lamb, as many fans know, is not currently present at Dallas mandatory minicamp because he wants to get his new deal done as soon as possible. It is also likely that he is trying to get as much, if not more, than Jefferson did on his contract. In the event that the Cowboys do not want to pay Lamb, and in the event he refuses to play without a new deal, Dallas could look into trading him. Brad Gagnon of Bleacher Report suggests that one of the teams the Cowboys could potentially trade Lamb to is the Green Bay Packers. The Green Bay Packers have a lot of good, though not great or well-established established receivers. But in a huge year for Jordan Love and company, the team might want to go bold with Lamb and sacrifice two of them because they've established the depth necessary to afford that swap. Essentially, they have become top-heavy. In this case, we're presenting the idea of Dallas landing one primary slot guy to more directly replace Lamb, Jayden Reed, along with one of two talented but generally disappointing outside figures. All come cheap right now, and the Cowboys would be foolish to turn away from them, as well as some day 2 draft capital ahead of such an odd-looking season. If Lamb and the Cowboys cannot come to an agreement, this deal would net the Cowboys 2 good young wide receivers with years left on their rookie contracts. That second-round pick, too, would be a very attractive addition to deal. However, it does not seem like the kind of deal that the Packers would make. The Green Bay Packers will not participate in a CeeDee Lamb trade. As far as Dallas is concerned, this deal would be an absolute steal, especially if Christian Watson has truly figured out his hamstring issues and remains healthy all season. He has the potential to be a true wide receiver one and has 2 years, this season and next, left on his rookie deal. Jayden Reed set the Packers franchise record for receptions by a rookie last season and led Green Bay in receiving yards and tied for the team lead in touchdowns. As mentioned, though, they both are under contract on their rookie deals. Green Bay, who also has to give their quarterback, Jordan Love, a contract extension, is likely not in the position to acquire a wide receiver who wants to be among the highest paid in the game. If he refuses to play for Dallas without a new deal, he won't play for Green Bay either. Ex-Cowboys bust sues NFL over hefty drug fines. It has been 9 years since the Cowboys made Randy Gregory their second-round pick out of Nebraska, a stunning move for a player who was easily projected to be a first-rounder, but had dropped like a stone as word about character concerns spread. Those concerns proved valid. He failed 3 drug tests in his first 2 seasons and was suspended altogether for the 2017 season. The Fort Worth Star-Telegram wrote of Gregory and the woebegone 2015 draft class what the Cowboys did in 2015 was a roster-crushing bust. A top 10 talent fell into the second round because of character concerns. Jerry saw a deal and drafted Gregory. The Cowboys learned firsthand what those concerns are. He flunks drug tests. He was kicked out of the league. Indeed, Gregory played just 14 games in his first 3 years with the Cowboys. And the stigma of his drug suspensions, he had another with the Cowboys in 2019, followed him. Now, though, Gregory is hitting back. According to documents posted to Twitter X by Justin Winggerter of Business Den, Gregory is suing the Denver Broncos and the NFL to recoup $532,000 worth of fines that have been doled out because of his use of THC, the psychoactive component of marijuana. Randy Gregory has PTSD, social anxiety disorder, in the complaint. Gregory asserts that he was diagnosed with PTSD and social anxiety disorder, and that Dr. Alan Shackelford prescribed him a THC-based drug, dronabinol, to treat the condition last February. The suit states about Gregory's prescription. Dr. Shackelford believes that this treatment protocol, which includes the medicine dronabinol, is the most appropriate treatment for the medical conditions with which Mr. Gregory has been diagnosed. Dr. Shackelford believes that the medications usually prescribed to treat those conditions, such as the opioids and benzodiazepine, are fraught with significant side effects, including addiction, overdose, and dangerous drug-drug interactions, and that dronabinol therapy is orders of magnitude safer than opioids and other prescription drugs commonly prescribed for those conditions. Dosing is significantly easier to modulate, and it is likely to be more effective. Gregory sought permission from the league to use dronabinol and, when that was denied, applied to the NFL for a therapeutic use exemption. That was also denied. Gregory claims that the Broncos and NFL then fined him a total of $532,000 over the following 13 months. That puts the team and the league, according to Gregory's side, in violation of the Colorado Anti-Discrimination Act. Cowboys' tenure could have been different without drug suspensions. Gregory, of course, had become one of the faces for some of the rough drafts that the Cowboys had in the middle 2010s. And the fact that he struggled to stay on the field and available for the team during his early career probably should be seen in a different light now that he has acknowledged his diagnosis of PTSD and social anxiety disorder. The league has basically stopped suspending players like Gregory for marijuana-related offenses. When Gregory did put together a full season as a key Cowboy, he excelled, racking up 6.0 sacks in 12 games in 2021. He parlayed that into a sizable 5-year, $70 million contract. Only $28 million was guaranteed from the Broncos. But Denver quickly gave up on Gregory and put him on the trade block. The Cowboys were said to have interest at the time, but he was ultimately dealt to San Francisco. Gregory signed with the Buccaneers in April for 1 year and $3 million.